Hello there, Aquarius. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com. And I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And this reading's going to be for Aquarius for November of 2016. And I've been doing readings for 27 years now. And what I've done for us for this month is I've laid 4 cards. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading in order to hopefully bring everything together. And oh, before I even start, I wanted to say my husband has a website, and it's megatoysplace.com. So go over there and buy your Christmas toys. I'm real proud of them there. Anyhow, I've looked up the astrology for you because I am not an astrologer, and it's in the 10th house for this month, and that's your career interest, business reputation, your contacts with top people, maybe in your profession, honors, popularity. I believe when I was looking it up, I saw something about like your employers or government institutions, anything that has a authority like kind of over you, or the influence you exert, in your own little circle or sphere of influence. I got a few words for us before the reading, and because I'm an empath, I will speak as if I'm you. So everyone out there that's Aquarius is now named Frankie. Anyways, I have some words here for us, and these 3 seemed like the most important ones, and they're obedience, balance, and freedom. And I kind of understand it based on the cards that I'm seeing here. Now, I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week because I don't think that's how it works for me. I think they're going to blend in and out throughout the month. And it looks kind of like we might have a few challenges, but it's nothing that we're not going to like overcome or get right through, if you want to put it that way. Our first card here is the 10 of Pentacles, and these are my lovely new cards. They're Morgan Greer. I'm very, very like them a lot. First deck of cards I ever bought for myself in my life. They're pretty colorful. Anyhow, this 10 of Pentacles here is showing that we are in a good position, right? For throughout the month, and with this card being on the bottom of the deck like this, pentacles are money to me, and that's how it feels. It feels like this is our good finances. And if you'll see in this card, these people are on the other side. They've already passed through, and these pentacles are guarding them. So it makes me think that a lot of our focus, even with this being in our house of career, right, or the top people, business reputation, all that kind of stuff, that a lot of our focus, right, it could be because we're all individual Aquariuses, could be some of us are up for a promotion, could be that we're up for a career change, maybe based on some of these cards that I'm seeing here, maybe we're going to get married or buy a new house. Sometimes with this card coming up like that, we might be going to just purchase a new house, or maybe a vacation home, something along those lines. But the focus feels, when it feels as if it's going to be on family and home, even though I'm reading this astrology and that says it actually isn't. It's career oriented. Something about this card makes me think that there will be issues or things that we'll deal with also go along with it, with family and home. Our first card is a great card here, and it's the 6 of Wands. And it is, it might be called rods in this deck. I actually didn't check that out. I just thought they were pretty colorful. Anyhow, the 6 of Wands is a victory card. It means that whatever we are trying to accomplish or do, right? Whether it is in our career, or if it is in we're going to get married, or if we're going to buy a new house, we are victorious. This card means to me that if we were in battle, right? Because we have a couple more interesting cards here. If we were going through a battle, we kind of won, you know? And so, what do they say? To the victor takes the spoils. So, sometimes when the victor's taking the spoils, that means, you know, we don't have to boast about it. We just kind of take it, you know? Like, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have a friend that taught me to do that. She said, I'm supposed to say thank you and take it. So I said, I'll take that, thank you. I did it ass backwards, but this is our victory card. So whatever it is that's going on for us, right? Those words obedience, maybe we have to discipline ourselves for something. Bring it into balance. This is the card of freedom, victory, right? And I really like that card. I mean, it feels really good. So with that in mind, we want to might, if this is business oriented, pay attention to what we're doing, what kind of tactics we're using, attending to every responsibility that we have. If it's in the business sphere or career sphere, we want to make sure that we are looking good, because with this 10th house issue, if it is career, you know, this is how others perceive us too. I believe I was reading that when I was looking things up. So take care of anything that has to do with these financial obligations here. Anything that comes up, because we're going to be victorious with this. We're bringing something into some state of balance, because our next card here is the Five of Swords. Now, Aquarius, I don't want us all to crack up at one time. He won the battle, but these fives like this are all about adjusting to circumstance. They're about how I feel when I'm holding this card is like, you know, this is a really important time in our lives, and we do have the opportunity to have this adjustment and change. So if this 5 is in here, this means that with that obedience word too and freedom word, it means that we are capable of making that adjustment. And this adjustment, right, whether it's an adjustment to a belief system or a particular business tactic, you know, any portion, because it'll come up, these situations will come up in like probably a different area of each one of our lives. You know, maybe this is love life, maybe this is career life, maybe this is home and family, maybe we're dealing with how do I change my perspective, what words do I use in order to adjust to this new set of circumstance and come into balance and become this victorious person here, right? I'm going to come into balance, come the victorious person, and if this is me, this adjustment period was long overdue. So I kind of saw it coming, or felt it coming. Maybe I was excited about it, or maybe I was like, am I going to lose? You know, either way, I'm adjusting because I want to come out victorious. So if it's a belief system inside of me, you know, there's only one thing I know. This is me, Frankie. That is that there's something that flows through me that creates these things. Other than that, everything else is a belief. And a belief can be changed on the spin of a dime or a flip, you know, of a coin. We can change that anytime we want. And they're saying, come on, it's time for us to change that and see what's going to make it better for us, right? Better for us. Because this next card here shows me, and this is the 7 of Wands here. I keep wanting, I don't know if I'm supposed to say rods or wands. We're getting a gist here. Anyhow, this dude or lady, because this is a general reading, he stood up for his beliefs. He stood up. He's standing firm. He knows which beliefs are right, which ones are wrong. Sometimes when we get this card, it's like the whole entire world, I think, you know, turned against us, and we're like, what did I do? You know? But if we are true to ourselves, and if we know that this is right, this shows that we have the courage of our convictions, right? So no matter what area of our lives is coming in, if this is like, you know, building a new home or buying a new home, maybe we had a little trouble, you know, doesn't look like we're going to, but just in case, maybe we had a little trouble or had a, you know, dot the I's and cross the T's, and we did something wrong on the paperwork, we're going to go back and recheck it, you know, so that it comes out to our best benefit. This 7 of Wands here shows that we have the capacity to stand up. It's like, stand up. So if I'm bringing in things into balance, you know, and I'm choosing my own freedom, sometimes we will have to take that stance. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think this is the right way for us to go if it's a new marriage or a new home, or with our career path when we're up for a promotion. If we're going to take the promotion, we really worked hard to get across the point, and other people saw it, and they said, hey, guess what, Aquarius, you're really relevant, you know, you're worth some bucks, here's the promotion for you, you know. So what they're saying with these 2 cards here, you know, they're saying, listen, Aquarius, balance and freedom, right? So maybe we need to play a little bit in here, and not just, life becomes really unbalanced. If we're doing work, because we want that promotion, maybe we need just one day to say, hey, the hell with it, sit down and do whatever it is we want, right? Because we do have these capacity here, and we have that victory card. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe one little half a day to our own self to bring this in, so we can step into that flow of grace with this. I think this is like the pentacle card of the world. 10 is end of story, new beginning, you know, everything's changing in my life, you know, and it does, you know, if this is financial, this is a change for the better in our lives, you know. So we don't want to, if we don't have balance, we can get really temperamental, really pissed, say things that we shouldn't say, and that causes that, where we can't do that adjustment of that 5 of Swords, you know. So in the process of this, we're not going to take on more than we can or more than we should, because if we do that, we've come out of that balance. How can you get freedom if we come out of that balance, you know? And that can affect us, our own selves, physically too. And what we're doing, like this month, is stepping right into that flow, you know, right into that grace. Yeah, there's a few things we have to be obedient to if these are 10th house issues, right? But we can, in order to make that next step. So I don't want to, you know, like make decisions that I haven't spoken with others, if this is a career thing, or even if it's a marriage or a new home or a vacation home, you know, with our 10 of Pentacles. I don't want to just fly by the seat of my pants and think I'm doing it all on my own. Because of that balance word, we have to have the consult back and forth. And we want to have a plan, because this is like definitely victorious, okay? Because the next card here is a Page of Cups, right? And it's upright. This is a good card. It's an emotional card. It could be like something very exciting and good, message coming into us that's exciting, good, wedding, engagement. I'm trying to think of things. The promotion, something in our lives that has an emotional component or may have emotional risk. But when we see this card in the upright, and we know it'll be a risk that we are choosing to take, we will take that risk, okay? So they're saying we're stepping in the flow of grace. We're going to drop right into it's like a manifestation thing. We have this ability to defend the ideas, that are around it, and we come up out on top. So we're with that balance. We're not going to let anybody push us over the edge. And when I say that word obedience, I believe in obedience to ourselves. But if it is underneath an organizational structure where there's a rule, we have the rules of the game that we're playing, and we have to play by the rules of that particular organization or structure. And we can do that, if we're balanced, and because we want that freedom. But I do believe with these two, the Five of Swords and this Seven of Wands in here, right, and everything's looking good, I do believe we have to perhaps step back a little bit, so that's why they're saying, if we push too far, we're going to get demanding instead of, I don't want to say complacent, instead of that ability to compromise. Maybe we're going to get this big promotion. There's a rule that we'll have to abide by, right? We can do it if it's not like over the top. Or with that Seven of Wands there, we could say, I understand where you're coming from, but this is how I feel. And because of the Six of Wands card there, that victory, usually people will accept it, right? If we are in that, state. So if my husband or my soon-to-be husband is pushing me over the edge here with all of his things I want to be obedient to, do I really want to marry him right now, right? Or do I want to say, because I have my own courage of my convictions, nah, that's not going to happen. In order to find out, though, Aquarius, that balance, that freedom, seriously, take a little time. Sit down, meditate, pray, do whatever it is that you do for your own self, right? Because it's all good. It's all good. As long as we don't blow up and cross the line, we're really good. We're air signs, right? So air signs are thoughts, and, we have a sword, right? Let's not be too cutting with it. Let's find that little balance in there so we can step in the flow and manifest the right thing for us. Let's see what these angels have to say. Well, maybe if we're battling, this is kind of funny, this angel card. So maybe if we're battling in between there for the right thing, remember what they said about we can change a belief anytime. We can change a belief anytime. You can't change that which I know is truth. And this is funny, it says the card is time to go. I just cracked up when I pulled that out of there. It says, the sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues of your life. See the beauty within each sunset of your life and know the sun will always rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle, and the 10 is the new beginning. Whether it's financially or marriage, new home, or whatever it is, it's like we're protected through the whole thing. And we've decided with this low cup card here, we've decided the risk is worth it. Okay, let's see what they have to say. I found out about them having alternative meanings after I kept pulling the same card over and over again when I first started doing this. Couldn't figure out how I was doing it. Then I found out they had different meanings for different cards. So I'll just pass it by. Hey, we could use this one too. I got stuck on this "there's nothing to worry about" page. Can't seem to open up my little book here today. Let's see what it says. The angels bring you this card to help you admit to yourself that it's time to leave. You already knew the situation. You already know the situation they're referring to. You've hesitated between leaving because of loyalties or fears, yet the angels assure you that it's the best way. Work very closely with the angels during this transition, and I do believe it's a transition period where we're really bringing a manifestation of good into our lives, however that appears to each one of us. It says, work closely with your angels during this transition to ensure its harmony for everyone concerned. Surrender any guilt or other negative emotions to heaven, as your energy needs to stay very high right now. And I have a belief that first comes God, source, whatever you want to call it. First you say thanks, that's my knowing. Then you take care of yourself, or you're dead and there's no you to take care or do for anyone else anyhow. Maybe that's why they were telling us to play, to even if it's just a half a day, bring it back so we can make the decisions that are great and right for us, from the inside out. Okay? It says completion and the end of the cycle is at hand. The purpose has been served in this relationship or this situation. Surrender it, release it, and call upon Archangel Azrael to help with any grieving, and Archangel Michael to help with any courage. Doesn't they keep saying to us, the courage of our convictions? We're each individuals, and it's a general reading, so I'd recommend that you look at your moon sign and your rising sign, because you'll get a larger perspective of what situation and what's going on, and it'll make it even more clear for us. Okay, well, Aquarius, that's our reading for November, and I want to thank you all for all of your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I appreciate them very much, I have to tell you. I do appreciate them. And if you want to just know more about me, all the information is at the website, or if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information is there. And for all of you that I've met during this time through doing the appointments, I want you all know I really enjoyed it. It was an honor to serve you. And for everybody I've met through 27 years of doing this, I have a really great job. It's been fun. So I will hopefully see you next month, Aquarius. Bye-bye.